Let me show you how to take this honey citrus glazed salmon and turn it into the absolute best sandwich you will ever have in your life. I guarantee you. So you want to start off with some fresh salmon. I usually get mine from Whole Foods. I know it's a little expensive, but to me, I love their quality, and they usually will skin it for me and also portion it into the sizes that I choose. And so this is what it looks like, a little bit cleaned up. You want to get all the fatty ends off. You don't want to serve that. And so this here, if you can take a look how fat that is, you don't want that. You want to also pull out the bones, and this is what it looks like, all cleaned up and washed off. You want to start off by putting a little olive oil on it. It just helps the seasoning stick to the actual fish. And this is the season I use, which is my brand, which is Yummy Pescatarian Seafood Seasoning. And you want to put a good amount of seasoning on here. It has low sodium, so you can use as much seasoning as you want. And then you want to take a baking dish or pan and line it up with some fresh sliced oranges. Lay your salmon on top and give it enough room to breathe, because you really want the salmon to literally cook on all sides. So you want to space it out. Get that in the oven, 350 to 380 for about 30 minutes or so. You want to kind of cook it well done. And while that's cooking, I usually start with my sauce. And it is a honey citrus glaze. I can't give you the recipe, but just know it is bomb.com. And I use the same seasoning. And you want to bake it halfway, base it with a little bit of the honey citrus glaze, put it back in the oven so that it continue to cook. And this is what it looks like all done. And like I said, if you can see how it's cooked around all sizes or all sides of the salmon, and you want to make sure that you cook it a little bit well done, just because you're putting it on a sandwich and you don't want it to fall apart. You want to grill your bread. These are Asiago bagels, and I just take a little bit of vegan butter and grill them on just like a flat top grill. And then here are my peppers and onions, and you want to kind of get these caramelized, and this is what they look like. I mean, those are the perfect caramelized onions. And the peppers and onions, you want to get them seasoned up and grilled, but you don't want to overcook those because you want a little bit of a bite. Again, same seasoning that I'm using here on my spinach. And you don't want to overcook the spinach like this. You want to just take it off the grill right now, because it's going to continue to cook a little bit because of the heat. You want to use some sort of cream cheese. I use like a chive and onion. And then you want to start stacking up your sandwich, putting your salmon on top, and then you want to top it with the other half of your bagel. And I also cut these in half. To me, I feel like it's easier to eat when they're cut in half. And believe it or not, these sandwiches taste better cold. So like refrigerated and eaten the next day. A little bit of extra sauce on the side for dipping, and this is the best sandwich you'll ever have.